Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis Cocker, and with me tonight, I have my co-host, Stu Woolley. Tonight, we will cover the latest, Diego Costa. We are linked to him, and Andil Condola. Talksports are reporting this. Jadon Sancho, a lot of back and forward. Juventus wants him. He agrees with Juventus, but they can't meet his salary demands. We will talk about Jadon Sancho and rant a little bit about that. There's also other news. Apparently, there's some new links. We are linked to Gyökeres again. He's willing to come to Man United. I don't know about this. Let's just have a rant on Sancho first, and then we will go through the latest breaking news. So I will see you after the intro. While you wait, smash the like, subscribe if you're new, and see you in a second. Yes, good evening, everybody. And there is Stu. Welcome to the Tactical Devils. Yes, 23 people tuned in already. Guys, smash the like and subscribe. Yes, good to see you, Stu. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Busy day today, but it's one of bit of work, bit of frivolity, laughing my head up at all the latest that's gone on Twitter, and some channels are kind of promoting tonight. It's kind of laughable, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Got to keep it real in life, haven't you? And just take it as everything with a pinch of salt. Aching after pre-season and a couple of matches Tuesday night and last night. So I'm like, oh.
Couple of matches. How did it go?
We did all right. We're just doing a bit of 9-a-side and a bit of 7-a-side. So helped out a friend on Tuesday night. They were short, so I think what they did, he went through his phone book, started to look at the barrel scraping area, and decided to. So got me in. We won 5-0. Actually, it was a piece of piss. It was dead easy. I think I tied my boot laces up, for most of the match because I didn't have a lot to do. And then last night with the usual crowd, which I really enjoy because it's a mixed age group, 18-year-olds to the old timer here, 55. I'm the oldest one. It's a really good mix, really good. Solid game. So last night was good. So a couple of nights off, no gym, a couple of nights off, and then we got our end of season, which is weird because we've already started pre-season. The old Tipton Town Super Vets, the mighty Tipton Town, are out on the lash in Birmingham Saturday afternoon. So looking forward to it.
Okay, that's nice.
Greetings.
Yeah, a lot of people coming in. TK, big up, greetings from Vancouver, Canada, lads. Hope you're well. Hey,
I'd love to go to Canada. Never been. Yeah, love to go to Canada.
Yeah, almost like Norway. It's cold. Yes. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
Yes. Howler comes in and say, Jadon Sancho, what a prat. Yes. And absolutely. That's exactly what we are going to talk about. So let's just get into it and start with the first topic of the evening. Stu, I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this guy, Jadon Sancho. Apparently he's on, what are we talking about? Is it 350 a week?
He's on a lot of money, isn't he? A lot of money. Yeah. I think it's close to 350, something along those lines, I think. But he's on way too much money. He clearly doesn't want to play football. That's one thing for sure.
No.
He clearly is not interested in any longevity in his career. He's clearly not interested in representing his country. he's clearly not interested in football. So I'll be interested to see what he does when his contract expires. And who would actually take him, because he's been offered outlets. He doesn't want to take the money. So ultimately, who's going to pay him what he wants when he's out of contract? I don't understand his mentality. I don't kind of understand his agents, because if people won't pay him 250, 300 grand a week now, what makes him think they're going to pay that type of money in 12 months' time? He's a fucking moron.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
The highest order. And Manchester United should absolutely kick him out of the club. Just kick him out of the club, pay him off.
The thing is, everybody got high hopes because this came out earlier today. Jadon Sancho is very close to accepting a contract offer from Juventus. The MUFC has already approved the 25 million offer. The deal could be finished next week. It's from Italian sources, and everything looked hunky-dory. And then this came out. Let me enhance it a little bit. Justin, Juventus and Napoli are unwilling to match Sancho's salary demands. Both clubs have no problems in paying the 25 million fee, but his wages are a problem. It's from Fabrizio Romano. So there you go. You have this guy.
In that case, then, take 20 million for him. Just take 20 million for him, because you're still getting him off our wage bill. Just get him gone. I mean, either way, whatever happens with this moron, you've still got to pay his salary. If he stays with us, you've got to pay him. If he goes on loan, you've got to pay him.
Yeah, but we obviously want to sell him, but it's Sancho who blocks the move now. It's all about, for me, it's all about greed, and it pisses me off. It's all about greed. He needs to start playing football again. He's not a 350 million player a week. Whatever, what is on.
Go back to Juventus.
He's a crap footballer. He has done nothing the last 3 to 4 years. And where is his entitlement,
Well, where's his intelligence? Like I say, go back to Juve and say, look, 20 million then. 20 million. You said you'd pay 25, 20 million, give him the 5 million in wages. I mean, just get him gone, because I'm sick of him. I'm sick of Rashford. I'm sick of Garnacho. I'm sick of club at Manchester United bowing down to these absolute bellends. I've totally had it up to here with them, Jarvis. All 3 of them. I just want them gone out the door. I don't want to talk about him anymore.
When you come into a club, salary demands. We know that Italy, they have only 20% income tax when it comes to football. 45 in UK.
Yeah.
So you should be able to drop a little bit and still make approximately the same. And if he looked himself in the mirror and actually were honest with himself and said, what kind of footballer am I? Compare yourself with other players. Why should I be on the same salary as players like Mo Salah and Kevin De Bruyne and blah, blah, blah? I have done nothing. I need to.
I would use the term footballer very, very loosely as well. He is his agents, who he's being advised by. His agents are just, I really don't understand it. So look, we are going to have to pay him whatever. So I would get his agents in, negotiate an exit fee, and just get him gone. Just get him off the books. He's of no value to us. 25 million quid is of no value in the current market. That's all. Yeah. It's just no value to us. It's not going to make a blind bit of difference to us. It really isn't. 25 million.
It's almost like he's doing it on spite to all the Man United fans.
He's doing it on spite. It's all spite. It's all pathetic childishness. But who's going to pay him that in 12 months' time? You tell me. He's not going to get anywhere near the fucking money. I don't know what goes through his head.
No. I just want to say we want to talk more about this. 111 people watching. Smash the like if you're watching on YouTube. I see a lot of people tuning in. We have Madhouse. Grace Sheridan is coming. Jarle Malmin is here. Balls Out Podcast, big up Matt. Who else is here? Sam. The Bootinator coming in, say evening all, 10 likes, big up Bootinator. And also this is a great comment from Booty. He say the leeches and Ed Woodward Woodwank to blame for all this shit.
They are.
But that's the truth. They are the idiots that gave Sancho this fantasy contract in the first place. I think he was on 40k a week when he played for Dortmund.
He was.
And they bumped it up to 300.
Yeah, he didn't need to come for that. He could have come for 110, 115 grand a week, couldn't he? Easy. With bonuses. But no, we give him a stupid salary, and that's all he's interested in. He's just interested in money. He's so greedy. It's untrue.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Brain agrees with you, Stu Volley, from earlier. Johnny K Mode comes in, say hello all. Good to see you, Johnny K. And Daniel Brain comes in and say, since Ferguson gone, we give players too much before they have even kicked a ball for us. And that's mainly one of the biggest problems at Man United. We overpay for mediocrity. And when we try to get rid, it's almost impossible because the players know they have scammed their way into the rich heaven of footballing world, and all the other clubs also know it. They don't want to pay this kind of money for a mediocre player. He's 100k a week player at best.
I'd say he's less than that, pal, and he's less than mediocre. He's a waste of fucking time, a waste of space. Look, it says a lot when Chelsea paid us money to give him back.
Yeah.
It tells me a lot. 5 million there.
When you actually think of it, it's ludicrous of Chelsea doing it like that.
What's this ludicrous? £5 million. Here, just go. Take the 5 mil and fuck off. Please. Message to Jadon Sancho. Fuck off.
TK comes in and says Sancho has given United 4 painful years. First 2 years, us chasing him, and now last 2 years, us chasing him out.
Absolutely.
Do we have a super chat?
We have a super chat. Thank you very much. From Grace Sheridan.
Grace Sheridan. Let me blow the flute.
Grace, don't get too excited about the flute, because it's not really a flute. Try it again. Take a deep breath. Move away from the mic. It's getting worse. Grace, I'm so sorry. It's getting worse. Grace says, what is the least you would take for Rashi to get him gone? Great question, Grace. Thank you so much also for the super chat. We're a very, very small channel, and it means a great deal to Jarvis and myself. Thank you so much.
100%. Yes. It helps. Everything helps. We're starting to build something, create something, and it's you guys. You are the community. So I'm so grateful, and thank you, Grace. The least I would take for Rashi to get him gone, if we can get another club to cover his salary, I would go as low as 10 million. I would say that will be all. I would actually take that. Maybe again, I'm done.
So would I. So I'd do exactly the same with Sancho. I would take less money, and we take less money on the proviso. You pay him what he wants. Done deal. Shake hands. Because for the club, they budget for the whole player. So they budget, for the contract. That's purchase fee, agent's fee, contract life. That's what they budget. So Juventus will probably turn around and say, for argument's sake, we've got 50 million as an overall package for Jadon Sancho. 25 million and 25 million over 3 years, 4 years, or whatever, 5 years. So, and that's how they budget it. So why can't we go back to, we've just got to get him gone. We don't want him anymore.
No.
Let's work within your parameters. We'll take a lower fee, but make sure that you pay him what he wants, and just get it gone. They get what they want. We get what we want. But I don't. And Johnny Commode says use the 5 million from Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he's right. It's just so annoying. It really is so annoying.
By the way, I did a map how much Sancho has earned playing for us, and Apparently, according to ChatGPT, it was 350. So 18.2 million the 2 first seasons, and 13 the third season, and 5.2 the last season. So I don't know, 2, 4, 5, 50. So that's almost 55 million pounds he has sucked out of this club for doing nothing.
Yeah.
55 million pounds. Think about it. What could you done with 55 million pounds? What could you achieve with your life? And here you have a spoiled freedom fighter pissing his life away, playing PlayStation, going on clubbing, doing nothing, and complaining.
Yeah, that's just.
So
Johnny Commode says that Rashford himself still got 45 million owed on his, because he's got a couple of years left, hasn't he, Rashford?
Yeah.
45 million owed in wages on current contracts. That is just, it's obscene. It's absolutely obscene. It really is. I just, Madhouse is saying 10 million, Jarvis. Jeez.
Yeah, maybe I'm lowballing a little bit, but I just want these players out. That's just my take on it. Well, I have to be fair to level it a little bit when it comes to if I have to choose between Rashford and Sancho. I believe that Rashford can come good because it's a World Cup season. The World Cup is next summer, and I think he's at least motivated playing football. I don't think Sancho is bothered. So maybe Rashford can come good. We can have him on the bench, having as a option the last 10-15 minutes.
But what John Kay said, Jarvis, we're 35 million up.
Yeah.
10 million, get rid. We're 35 million up. So you would take that deal. You would do that deal. Yeah. You would do that deal. Although I understand what Madhouse is talking about. He could come good, Rashford. Okay, I'll agree with you on that one. I really do.
There is a chance. I give it like 5 to 10% chance that he could come good.
But before we do that, Gavin, you absolute legend.
Gavin Underwood.
You absolute legend. So, Jarvis, ready?
Yes. I will play the flute again. Where's the...
Whoa, that was slightly better. Just slight Grace.
Okay, so this direction is better.
Do another one for Grace then. See if we can get Grace a better one. Oh, there you go, Grace. I hope you like that one because that was better. Gavin, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much.
Big up Gavin Underwood. Gavin. Let's see who got the membership. We have I Am Titanium coming in. Nathaniel Lucky Smith and Murio 6222 gifted a membership. Iron Wolf Viking, that's a name I haven't seen before, and Antonio Esperanza.
Oh, Esperanza. Yes.
Isn't that a language, Esperanza?
No, it's normally a name associated with anyway, Esperanza. There's a villain in a film called Esperanza, and I'm just trying to think of the film now. Somebody in the chat will definitely tell us, but Esperanza, there's definitely a villain in there. It's a real great name.
And we have Antonio Esperanza, the new member in the house. Guys,
legend.
Don't forget to thank Gavin Underwood for gifting the 5 memberships. Welcome to the Tactical Devils Members Club.
Yeah, you're welcome wherever you're from, Antonio, wherever. It doesn't matter.
Mexico.
You are welcome.
Mexico World Cup 1986. My best World Cup. I remember everything. Negrete scoring a beautiful goal. The Maradona dribbling from midfield against England, 2-1.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Brazilian side that year were excellent, weren't they? And
well, they lost in the quarterfinal against France. 1-1 full time. Socrates missing the penalty, and France going through on penalties. They have them.
Socrates must have been injured because that's the he just doesn't miss a penalty like that. He was clearly injured. Socrates, come on now.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane, John. Stay in your lane.
And Chicharito, the Mexican magician. Yes.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. Yeah. Tom Porter's in the house. Good to see you, Tom. Yala is apparently City are thrashing Juventus. Oh, God. Oh, lovely from TK. Hola, amigo. Hola to Antonio.
Amigo.
Yeah,
¿Cómo está?
amigo. Oh,
Well,
God, here he goes.
I've been to Mexico.
I haven't. Another place, like Canada, where TK lives, I would love to go to Mexico as well. But I think I might be going there on business next year. So
Beautiful country, beautiful beaches, beautiful girls, beautiful everything. Yeah.
Here we go. Madhouse's dream is to eat Mexican cabaca. Is that cabacha? Cabacha. Look it up. We'll have to, Madhouse, because I'm not quite sure what that is, unless Antonia could tell us about that. The Viginator saying 25 likes. Come on, guys, please smash that like.
Yes.
Jarvis toils behind his hot stove every night to get this ready for you. And I just turn up and smile. No, I don't even smile, really. But I turn up.
Playing the grumpy old man. Bad cop, good cop.
I was in such a bad mood. I'm glad we weren't live last night and I was playing football because I was in a bad mood all day. Really bad mood. Yeah. Every little thing was just grating at me. And I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, I do know what it is. Fucking Gyökeres. That's what it is.
Gyökeres. We are linked to Gyökeres again. It came out yesterday. Apparently Gyökeres is willing to talk to Man United.
So kind of went like this, didn't
I prefer Arsenal. I haven't said no to Man United. Now I want to talk to Man United. I feel
it's like he got his agent. He said, "Listen, as we said, by the way, can I just point this out? As we said last week, there's nowhere really for Gyökeres to go because there's only a finite amount of clubs that need a striker that he would be interested in. And once again, Jarvis, we're proven right. And once again, that was actually mentioned on radio stations and other channels. They listen to us, Jarvis. We've got this pull. We've got this magic pull. Catherine, straight talking, McDade is always right. It's old age too, and she knows it. You are so correct, Catherine. Yes, you are so correct.
I don't know if how old you guys watching, girls watching, but I think there's something happening the moment you go past 40, because then you don't care anymore. You lived half your life. You're going to die in the 30 to 40 years. There's nothing more to lose. Why should you be happy and cheering for everything?
Jarvis, what a great look at life. You're
Isn't that true, Stu?
Yeah, no,
you come to a point where you don't give a F anymore.
No, you get out the wrong side of the bed occasionally, and that's it. Your world collapses. The world just collapses around you. I can't take anymore. It's transfer. It's always transfer season for me. And I'll let you say hello to.
It's Timmy. Timmy. It's been a while. Good to see you. It's Timmy. Good to see you.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's V2. V2.
Oh,
version 2.
Version 2. Version 2. It's Timmy. It's Timmy. Well, great to have you. There's a lot going off here. Madhouse have gone off Gyökeres. I don't think you're alone on that one, pal.
I want to make a poll. I want to know if you guys, if the Devilish Tacticos, if you want Gyökeres in this club.
Not yet. You can't do anything yet. Get ready. Now, I am Titanium. I apologize once again if you feel let down by this. But you've got to do. Come on. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Whoa. That was for Grace. That was for Grace because you didn't really, you've got to do another one now for I Am Titanium.
I'm worried because a lot of people are watching. They're having their.
Oh, sorry. You're that loud. Their eardrums are.
Yeah. I want to be gentle.
That's absolutely brilliant. I Am Titanium.
Thank you. I Am Titanium. Thank you. Thank you for
all
all
the support. It means an awful lot to us for your support. Everybody who watches, it means an awful lot to me and Jarvis.
Yes. 100%.
It really does. I know we're moaning a bit tonight, and I'm sorry, it's my fault. The grumpy old man of the station, that would be me. But Jarvis has actually been golfing. He's been golfing tonight, but he didn't tell me what you shot. What did you shoot, old friend?
No, I did terrible. I did 9 holes, 54. So it's not good. Not good.
Oh. So that would be. How many holes are there normally in a golf?
18, and par is 72. So
So you
35
180,
should be 36 is good.
Yeah. Okay.
40 is okay. 45 is decent. 50, and over 50, then you are
Mm-hmm. Well, 180 if you did 18, if you did 54 on the back, whatever they call it. My lad's just started golfing, and he shoots 18 on 110 or something.
Ooh.
And I think he snapped 2 of his clubs already. Yep. He says one day I can drive brilliantly.
154, that's 108.
Yes. Then he says I can drive, and then he goes. So I think he shoots 18 about 110. He's saying on his course. But he said one day he can drive, the next minute he can't drive, but he can putt, and then the day after he can't putt, but he can drive again. So I don't know.
No,
I don't know what my excuse for football is. Then I might have to work that out. I don't know what my excuse for football is. Is your lad Happy Gilmore? Yeah. Well, I don't think I haven't seen him really play. He's only been playing for, I don't know, 6 weeks, I think. I think I've already bought him about 200 golf balls, because I think the first week he lost hundreds of them.
Yeah. That's part of the game. That's just part of the game.
I told him this.
200 people, 209 people watching, by the way.
Thank you.
Around 50 people on YouTube. So, yeah, that's plus 17. Yeah, it was terrible tonight. Yeah, well, I had a good time. The sun was shining, and I can't complain. I golfed with a friend of mine. I haven't seen him since like 5 years ago. So yeah, it was quite good. We had time to catch up and had a chat. So that was good. I just want to say hi to Georgie Ivanov coming in, the guy who gifted the sticker last show. Big up, Georgie.
Yeah, last show. Yeah, thank you, Georgie. Yeah, big up.
Coming in from Bulgaria.
Yes. What's he say? Get the likes up. Popcorn, yellow stripe, smile face, orange TV shape, volcano, green lava. Thank you, George. That's brilliant, mate. Yes, do what he says.
I want to ask you a pop quiz.
Yeah.
Name the best Bulgarian footballer through all times.
Well, I like Stoichkov, obviously. I do. But I think the most iconic has got to be Jordan Lechkov.
Yeah, the guy who scored against Germany in the World Cup.
Yes, and he's the most obscure footballer you've ever seen, because he wore the Friar Tuck hair, didn't he? If my memory says me correctly. I know Georgie will be able to tell me, but and he's got that brilliant diving header. But they had a brilliant team. They had, what was it, Balakov, the curly-haired guy.
Yeah,
he was playing.
And Trikov Ivanov, the defender that went to Chelsea, I believe.
Yeah,
had a lot of great players. Yeah,
they had a very, very good team.
Very good.
But that particular year, '94, that particular year, Stoichkov and Hagi were kind of Messi stroke Ronaldo rivals, if you remember, and they both scored absolute worldies in that World Cup. Absolute worldies.
The Romanian team was really good. They lost in the semi-final. And the runners-up semi-final against Sweden also, they lost, but they did really well.
Kostadinov. I knew there was something. It was a really popular player, Kostadinov.
Lechko, the Balakov, Konstantinov, Stoichkov.
Yeah. Honestly, superb. They were brilliant. But that goal that they scored against Germany, it was a phenomenal cross and a phenomenal header. And he did that weird dance, didn't he? He do that weird dance where he kind of just went round in a circle? I always remember that kit because it was red He got 3 massive stripes down here, didn't it? The old Adidas kit, 3 big stripes.
Was it green socks or was it green shorts?
Green socks, the green socks and white shorts.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. But Hadji, TK's right. Hadji, that year, as I say, that World Cup, they were 2 of the best players on show. For sure. Just bear with us 1 sec. Numbnuts is calling. That's Jake, my lad. I call him Numbnuts. Hold on.
Well, while you talk, I will say hi to Van Vicky coming in on, and also you can leave comments on X. By the way, it's true. Manchester United now engaged in club-to-club negotiation for Victor Gyökeres. I don't know how true it is. We will see. I will wait a little bit before I celebrate. And also coming in from Vanny Vicky on X, they say, I love you guys from Rwanda. Big up Rwanda. Good to have you in the chat. Boxing Straight Talk is coming in. Boxing Straight Talk 2.0 coming in and say big up Jarvis and Stu. Yeah, I read in the non-live comments you had some problems with your was it iPad? You lost your login and now you had to make another YouTube account. So big up Boxing Straight Talk 2.0. Good to see you. And also big up chat. And Madhouse say the name Balakov made me laugh.
Sorry. He's just got back from golf. He was just phoning me. He's just been playing golf. Yeah. So, and he shot his best round at 107.
Ooh. Yeah, well, that's good. You know, how long has he played?
Oh, about 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as me then.
Yeah, quite chill for him. Quite chill. What have I missed?
Yeah, we had big up from Rwanda, and the people leaving comments on X.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's brilliant. You know, it's so strange. You know, we sit here and talk to people all over the world. You know, Mexico, Rwanda, Canada. I don't know, Bulgaria. Where are you guys from? I would love to know where you guys are from. Leave it in the live section.
In the live section, please. Yeah, let us know where you're from. Yeah, it'd be nice to see where we reach.
Mark Davis coming in and say we need some players for preseason tour. New players. What do you both think of that, Mark?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we come back pre-season. We're back on the 7th of July. I would actually like to see some of the players back next week on Monday, come back in a week early. And what they'll do for the first day, maybe 2 days, they'll have fitness tests. They'll take their bloods. They'll do their weights. They'll see what plan or how they've stuck to their off-season plan. And then I'll start the rigorous pre-season running and trying to get the fitness up. So I'll do a lot of gym work, a lot of indoor cycling, that type of thing. But it'd be quite interesting. I think from memory, you get your ear pricked. And I fucking hate that, getting your ear pricked. And it's like, that's where they take your blood. And so they see what your oxygen levels are in your blood. And, whether or not you get fined for not sticking to your plan. So it'll be interesting to see. But with players, 100%, Mark, we must have Mbeumo. We must have that striker on board, whoever that striker is. We cannot be waiting and hanging around for the striker. And we've got to get 1 or 2 players gone. I can't remember when we play Everton. That's our first game, I think, out in the States. But I think they're in for a week, aren't they, at Carrington? And then I think they fly out to America. Or
isn't Carrington on the rebuild now? I heard some.
It should be finished. It should be finished. It should be finished. It's been it's about 12 months the project's been going on, so it should be finished, ready for when the players come back on the 7th.
Okay.
But it's absolutely imperative if we want to be serious about doing something this season, and Amorim is serious about wanting to do something this season, then he's got to. We've got to get those players in. There's no more messing around. You can't do it. Liverpool have done it.
100%.
They're champions.
The only way we can do anything this season, we need to go out firing from game week 1. We can't
Liverpool
be
spent 200
doing
million.
this thing and playing us into form and starting gradually coming better after the second international break. It's
no, can't happen this year. Liverpool spent 200 million. Champions, 200 million done, dusted. They might get the odd player here and there between now and the end of the transfer window, but they're done. Their big business is done. City done. They got their players in. They had to get them in before the Club World Cup, but they're in. They're done. They might again get the odd 1 or 2 players between now and the end of the year. Arsenal, I think Norgard was a brilliant signing for 13 million quid. I know Arsenal fans are up in arms over it. We're shopping in Asda, going for Norgard, but 31 years old, Premier League experience, really good DM, in my opinion. Really good DM. I think he'll do very, very well for Arsenal. But again, they've got Zubimendi in now as well. Pretty much that's almost done. So they're starting to fire. Looks like they're in the final stages of Sesko. So they're done. Newcastle have put in 3 bids over the last couple of days for 126 mil. That was Pedro at Brighton, Alanga, which we will benefit from, the Alanga deal, and Trafford. And I think Jarvis thinks that Trafford is pretty much done.
Yes.
Villa will start to probably put bids in over the next few weeks. They've got problems. We know Villa are looking to sell their women's team to keep with PSR, to keep within PSR. They're looking to do that now. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Grealish heading back to Villa, something along those lines. So we are a little bit behind, although we've done Cunha, we've done Mbeumo. We are a little bit behind. We do need that striker ready to go, needs to be on that plane, and we need that striker in before the 7th of July. So the club have got to start working on this now. Whoever wants to come to us, get the deal done. And, it's interesting that if you believe everything in the press, and I don't believe a lot in the press, as you well know, but if you do, we may well have dicked about with the Mbeumo deal because we've probably given Brentford exactly what they wanted in the end, although there would have been that period of inactivity when Thomas Frank moved to Tottenham and, them choosing a new manager. But before or after, we may well have elongated that transfer and Brentford had dug their heels in. That's fair enough. Get him done, get him over the ball. Me and Jarvis think it's done anyway. And we think that on the 1st of July, when does the away kit launch?
Well, the latest rumors about Mbeumo says he has scheduled a medical. So
yes, we think yeah. But I think he'll go into July 1st, Jarvis, and I think it'll be PSR from July 1st. But I'm not quite sure when the away kit gets launched. Could you see a Cunha strike thing with the Mbeumo away kit? I don't know. No. So that's quite interesting. Yeah,
I want to go through where people are watching from. And I am Titanium. Yes. I live in Manchester. Yes,
well,
right in the heart of the center and of the events that we are talking about. Manchester. I wish I lived in Manchester. Then I could go see the mighty Man United play every other week. That would be fantastic.
Yes.
So I'm a little bit jealous. Gavin Underwood is watching from Ireland.
Lovely.
Same with Catherine, no nonsense McDade. Pick up Catherine.
Catherine.
Danny B also from Ireland. He lives in Boston, US.
Oh, wow.
Big up, Danny. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Big up, big up, big up.
Routinator watching from Devon, England. That's in the southwest, Exeter or around.
Yeah, so you've got Somerset, Devon, and Cornwall.
Yeah.
So you go down that road. So you go Weston-super-Mare, which has got very, very close to Cheddar Gorge, which is absolutely beautiful. Somerset, Devon, Cornwall. Beautiful place, Devon. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning place. Yeah.
I know this because of isn't Muse?
The rock Muse, band? Muse are from, I believe. No, Exeter. Muse are. I thought Muse were Lowestoft. Don't know. I thought they might be more east rather than west.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I
do like Muse, the rock band, but I thought they were more east.
They're brilliant.
The view tonight says 10. Oh, Is a Vucinator 10 miles from Exeter? Yes, he's 10 miles from Exeter, yeah.
Okay. Big up, Readiness. TK is born in Budapest and he lives in Vancouver since 1999. Big up, TK. Budapest.
Beautiful.
That's a beautiful city. I actually visit Budapest this.
You moved from Dawlish?
Was it October, November? Yeah, I think no, September, late September. I was in Budapest.
Moves are from Tamers, town next to me in Dawlish. Now, Dawlish, Jarvis, it's got a famous sea wall. And if you go to the sea wall at Dawlish, you'll see the trains. So if you like your trains, and believe it or not, and this is no word of a lie, you can jog on the sea wall as the trains shoot past you. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's a wonderful piece of track that is down there.
Nice.
So, just a little bit of information for you there. Greetings from
Marty and UFC greetings from Australia. Stu, do your best Australian accent.
I can't. Good day, sport.
Come on.
I just tried. Good day, sport. No, he's embarrassed. He's probably
Costa.
Yeah, he's gonna tune out now. I'm sorry, I've embarrassed.
Sorry, Marty. Big up. Thank you for tuning in. Danny B comes in with the
Vucinator. Yeah, about Dawlish Seawall. Yeah, absolutely.
Who else? Where are you watching from? I'm just gonna scroll. Uganda. Bernard Kurtu coming in from Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Oh,
big
Bernard,
up.
Big up. Mark is in the house. Mark Nurse is in the house.
Oh, big up, Mark. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mark.
Yeah, good to see you. And Mick's in the house as well.
Tom Porter, Salford.
Well, there you go. Salford. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Mick's in Barley. Walthamstow. Yes, Walthamstow.
Oh, Leighton Orient. Isn't Leighton Orient the oldest club in UK?
I believe so. Once owned by the very famous Barry Hearn. Well, if you know your boxing or your darts or your snooker. So Barry Hearn really runs the snooker and the darts, and his son Eddie runs the boxing now. Matching is his business, but he used to own Leighton Orient years ago.
And Mick is big up. Mick is watching from Bali. Wow, Bali is a beautiful place. I only seen pictures, but I would love to go there one day.
And Johnny K, Manchester Johnny K, residing in Florida, but he's Manchester to us. Johnny K, Manchester to us.
Is there any alligators where you live, Johnny? Do they come into your backyard and it's an alligator? You like throw him off?
He wrestles him off. I don't know where Claremont is. Is it near the Everglades? Johnny K. You get big python in there if it's in the Everglades. You get alligators and python. Tom Porter, where's Tom say he was from? Because he's originally from the Lake District. We missed that somewhere.
Yeah. Tom Porter, he's put in Salford,
yes, okay. Yeah. And you got Boxing Straight Talk is from Yarn near Stockton-on-Tees. So more Middlesbrough. Is that right?
Yeah, more Middlesbrough. My knowledge when it comes to
beautiful up there as well.
But it's Manchester area we are talking about now.
No. Stockton-on-Tees is further up, so it's the northeast.
Okay. Yeah, well, Mick said something about Mbeumo. Is there some updates that I missed? Let's have a look.
City beat Juventus 5-2. Not that anybody's interested. But Boxing Straight Talk is going on his holidays to the Lake District. Lovely. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Johnny K has not... he's not seen one in front of me. Oh, he's 20 miles west of Orlando, so yeah, he's not near the Everglades. No, the Everglades is further down. Eddie wanted Leighton Orient to play at the Olympic Stadium.
The Centre Devils put out something about Gyökeres. I saw something in someone in the chat mentioning something about Gyökeres. So I gotta open this the link and read the article. So give me 10 seconds, and I will just go through it real quick.
The
And
Big
see.
says that Sheffield FC is the oldest club in the world. Okay, I didn't know that, buddy. Johnny K. Let's see what else have we got on here.
Okay, Stu. Let me go through this real quick. Centre Devils report is Kieran Davis came out now. I would say half an hour ago. Gyökeres hands Manchester United a major transfer boost. The Gyökeres reportedly done a U-turn in his priority club for next season, opening the door for Man United. Okay. Let's see. I want to go to the end because it's all commercials and blah blah blah. When it comes to Centre Devils, so much commercials. Sorry about this.
It's rubbish, isn't it? Yeah. There you go.
Try to remove this. Okay.
Yeah.
It's understood that Gyökeres now is open to listen to Ruben Amorim's pitch, as the pair look to a potential reunion 7 months after the parted ways. The reason for the shift from Arsenal to United comes with Gunners looking to prefer a move for Red Bull Leipzig striker Benjamin Sesko, who they've been linked to for some time. Now United could see the formidable striker move to Old Trafford, with Amorim keeping in contact with Gyökeres since leaving Sporting in November. So yeah, that's the news.
Wow. Marks on Warrington, by the way. Again, nice, lovely part of the country. I do like Warrington. My dad's from Chester, so it's not too far from Warrington. But yeah, I did. What have we learned from that? What we learned from that, to me, and I think we said this again a couple of weeks ago, Jarvis. There's only a certain amount of clubs that need a top end striker. Manchester United being one, and as we all know, Arsenal being another. And basically, he's been told that we're in for Sesko and not you. So there you go. He's been told. So now he's got to save face somehow, or it's been leaked that all of a sudden, well, I always preferred United. And and the worst thing about that is when if he ever pulls the shirt on. And his first interview, I was always coming here. It's always rubbish in the press and all that kind of nonsense. It's just, I can't be doing with it. I really can't be doing with it. Actually,
Oliver Venezuela comes in and say, line up Cunha, Rashford, and Sancho in attack.
Jorge Oliver, where are you from, buddy? Pop in the chat where you're from. I actually, where are we? I like this. Madhouse is right. If that is the case, then he's got 2 weeks. I agree. You've got 2 weeks now to close the deal with us.
I'm creating a poll.
Yeah, if that is the case, Madhouse, you're absolutely right. If you have informed Amorim you want to play for Manchester United, get it done. Do your side, we'll do our side. I agree.
I'll make it easy. Yes or no?
This news.
Gyökeres, do you still want him?
Yes, that's it. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Do you still want him?
Get your votes in on the poll. I would just say, personally, I will still say yes, because I think the alternatives are daft. Besides Osimhen, I don't think any one of the guys we are linked to are like top-class striker, but I believe Gyökeres could be a top-class striker. The only thing I said it worries me a little bit is physicality. I think he is used to bully defenders in the Portuguese league, but he won't have the same opportunity when it comes to the Premier League. So I need to see more. But he can surprise me, and I think Man United scouts has done their research, and we know that Amorim knows him really well. So I just have to trust Amorim on this.
It's the same here. I would have preferred Osimhen, you know that, and I've been on record as saying it. I gave you my reason for wanting Osimhen. But we also
it's 400k a week. That's
it's just too much. But we also demonstrated how Cunha and Mbeumo, Casemiro or Garcia and Bruno could work with a top line striker last time we were on with the tactics board. So we've already demonstrated that. So we need a proper striker. But Madhouse is right. if that's the case, and he's told Amorim and his representatives have informed the club, then they should go back to them and say, you've got 2 weeks. Go back to Sporting. Tell them you want to go to Manchester United. Tell them it's got to be a quick negotiation process. Don't hold out for anything else, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah,
get it done. I totally agree. I think Manas is right. Then, but it's not Man United putting their money where their mouth is, but it's actually Gyökeres actually, I don't know, nailing his colours to the mast. I don't believe it. I think it's all bollocks, quite personally. But we need to do something. We've got to get a striker with him before the 7th. So
yeah. Wizard is in the house. Big up, guys. Good to see you, Wizard. When it comes to strikers, Wizard always reminds me of Visa.
Look at that! Look at that logo, Jarvis.
Yes, your favorite brand.
Oh, I don't know what your first clue was. Actually, I've just my new T-shirt has arrived. Which is absolutely brilliant. It's I don't like number 3, but it's black in the front, it's white at the back, it's got a big number 3 on it.
Okay,
it's really quite cool. Quite like it. I was going to wear it tonight, and I thought, no, we'll keep that under wraps. But I do like it. But there is a T-shirt on the Adidas website, Jarvis. It's got the Adidas Tango football on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Tango football.
The Tango. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only the
Tango in 78.
78. Only the greatest football ever to be designed. Ever to be designed. Nothing else can even compete with it. It's the greatest football ever. There's been variants of the Tango since, but the original one, the 78 one, Jarvis, Kempes, these flowing locks and his tight top. What a player.
Yeah. But it was a corrupted World Cup. The Argentinian junta has did something, blah, blah, blah. And was Peru, the Peru game, they won 6. They had to win by 5 goals, and they won 6-1 against Peru. And the Peruvian players just gave up and just
they did. They already
all over them, because back in 78 there was a group stage, and the winner of both group went to the final or something like. Yeah,
very correct. Yeah. I've always wondered, because the Lemurs, which they were called at that particular time, Vince Hilaire, I think, was one of the. No, who was wasn't Vince Hilaire, sorry. Who was
and it has to be said, in the final, was it Cruyff and Neskens, and they had shots in the bar, and
they got this brilliant player. This brilliant Peruvian player, and he was magical at free kicks. But their kit was white with a red stripe. That's the home shirt.
Yeah.
And people always wondered why River Plate had something similar, and we've always had something similar with theirs. So, but they were Peru was paid by the junta. Yeah, absolutely. I can't think of the player's name. It's going to bother me now. That is.
Well, the Devilish Tacticos knows they can find it. Question here from Philip.
Hello, Philip.
Another topic. You say, why is Malacia still at Man United? Get him, and his passport gone.
Yeah, there was very small reports, which I think you probably got to believe, actually, because you don't really report on Malacia, but they can't seem to offload him. They're trying to, but there's no takers, no suitors at all.
But I thought he did well in Feyenoord.
Well, he won the title, didn't he? He got a winner's medal.
Yeah.
Big old Scotty M got a winner's medal. Leave Man United, you get a winner's medal. But I probably needs a loan. I would imagine United, if they've got any sense, will try and do a deal with Feyenoord. I would think. Archie Gemmill scored a great goal against Peru.
Archie Gemmill.
He did, yes. He did. PSV. Sorry, you're quite right, Mr. B. PSV, we stand corrected. We stand corrected. You're absolutely right.
I'm not claiming to be a Malacia expert. He
was. I don't know why we said Feyenoord. It was PSV. Yeah,
was it Kubilas?
I think it probably is. I've just got to think. I would probably. I mean, the guys know. But they had a really good team as well. Peru did back in '78. They had a great one. TK says, "Did we know that?" Oh,
yeah, we signed him from Feyenoord, and he went on loan to PSV.
Yes,
yeah,
PSV,
that's
yeah.
how. Yeah.
Stu, did you know Cruyff's Dutch kit only had 2 stripes and not 3 like the rest of his team? He had a spec without it. Do you know I didn't actually? I did not know that. No. Wow.
Is that true, or is it an urban legend?
Know. I don't know. Let's if you can find a picture of it, TK, that would be absolutely minced. I didn't know that. That's really good though. It's quite interesting. If that's Johnny K is saying to you, yeah, we signed him from Feyenoord.
Big up, Johnny K. Thank you for correcting us.
Yeah, Danny B said Malacia was rubbish. That's why they didn't trigger the option to buy him.
Yeah, but he looked quite heavy in his, he after the injury. He has had one of the worst injuries in Man United's history.
He's almost. Where he's out for how long?
2 seasons almost.
2 seasons, yeah, almost, yeah.
So it takes a little bit of time to get back into that.
He went to Canada. He went to Canada and North America. That's where Mbeumo went. He appeared on the grid of the Canadian F1. So he was on holiday and so he went to Canada.
Toronto. No, Vancouver. Where's the Formula One? Montreal.
I think it's Montreal, yeah. I'm not quite sure, actually. Vancouver? I don't know. TK will know. But he was there anyway. That's where he was.
I would say when I was a kid, up here in the north, we used to play ice hockey. And my dream was to get a shirt of the mighty Edmonton Oilers with Wayne Gretzky on the back.
Wayne Gretzky. I've heard of him.
You heard of Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah. It wasn't he ice hockey.
Yes, ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
They won the what's the name of the cup? Stanley Cup. Yeah, he won this. I think he won it like 6-7 times.
Wayne Gretzky. There's a blue. No, I'm going to say this is not the New York Rangers. There's a blue team in Canada. I don't know if it's called the Canucks.
Yeah.
Canucks. Are they Canucks? Canadian Canucks? Don't know. I don't know a great deal about ice hockey.
Montreal Canadiens. Yeah, that's the team. Yeah.
We don't really.
Apparently, they are the Man United of NHL. They have the biggest stands, the most supporters, and I think they have. Yeah. So
here we go. There was TK's filling us in. Canucks are in Vancouver, and the Leafs in Toronto. They're both blue. I think it's the Canucks, and Wayne Gretzky won 4 cups with the one you were talking about.
Stu, I want your opinion on this. Yes. Ten Hag and the company needs to be investigated for possible money laundering. Signings are so questionable, and yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be wrong. Funnily enough, Vicky mentioned that to me the other day. She said we should be investigating Ten Hag, and she loves Ten Hag for money laundering. She's right. Anthony. Malacia, who else? Yeah, absolutely. So it's a great question. I like that. That's funny.
Philip, something about this agent and the signing company. There were some connections with Ten Hag and the players.
I think some of they're all in the same agency, weren't they?
Yeah.
I think 1 or 2 of them were in the same agency as Ten Hag.
Oh. Kevin Donovan comes in and says Douglas Luiz. I was planning to talk about this because Mark Davis came in with a brilliant question. I was actually saving it for later.
Take care,
man. Yeah, big up. I am
big up.
Mark Davis came in with this. Can I ask you both? Would you swap Sancho for Douglas Luiz? Yes or no?
Yes. I think Douglas Luiz would be a brilliant buy for us. If we could get him on loan, it'd be a brilliant acquisition. He's a superb player.
Okay. Cass from Never a Foul. He's a big fan of Douglas Luiz. It's a no-brainer. He wants Douglas Luiz in, and in a way, I understand his reasoning. And he's very cheap. He has Premier League experience. He did really well for Villa in the last season before he went on to Juventus. I think he scored like 6 goals, 6 assists, and played really well. The problem is, he has had a nightmare of a season at Juventus. I think he have had 5 injuries during
He's been injured.
last year, and no goals and no assists. So I'm a little bit worried, bringing on a player like that to Man United, because we all know that we will give him a little bit higher, like 10-15% higher wage than he would get anywhere else. And if he stinks up the place, it will be impossible to get rid of him again. So why would you risk
Well, you do it as a loan,
a
wouldn't
player
you?
like Douglas Luiz, even if it's on the cheap?
You do it as a loan deal first, wouldn't you? With an option to buy. That's the only way you take him.
Yeah, but an option, not an obligation. An option.
An option, not an obligation. You wouldn't pay 30 million for him, quite right. I think the lads are right. He is injured, but if we could get him fit, if we could get him fit, and we get him to the Douglas Luiz at Villa, it'd be a really good deal for us. Apparently, we're in for Gyökeres, aren't we? Apparently.
Yeah, there was some report the other night about Gyökeres and Man United.
Yeah.
And Nathan Hackney also linked.
Hackney would get cheap, for sure.
But I did some research when it came to what's his name, Ardan or Aryan or Ardon Gyökeres. Is Swiss, and I went into his stats. I looked at the full scouting report. Defensively, he offers almost nothing.
He's not the defensive.
So I'm a little bit worried because he plays like a number 8 or maybe a DM. He likes to be the playmaker.
He's the playmaker,
yeah. So, how are we going to use him at this team? I don't see the player profile fitting into this Amorim system.
No, he's not going to displace Agati. He's a 6. That's not going to happen. That's not Gyökeres. That's not what he plays. He is an 8. He is a playmaker. He's almost. Well, he would play where Bruno is, basically, wouldn't he? And he's not going to displace Bruno either. So I don't see that happening, unfortunately. I'd like to get Hackney in. I'd like to get him in and embedded into the club for 12 months and bring him through. I think Lee looks an absolute superb player. Hackney does. He really does. Look, everybody would want Wharton from Villa. From Palace. Everyone wants Wharton. But I think Hackney has got really serious potential. I think he's a great.
Or the Brighton midfielder. What's his name again? The guy who strides.
Yeah, I know which one.
Covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, but I know you mean. But if we could get Hackney in, absolutely. But that's a 12-month embedded period for me.
But when you think of it, when it comes to the midfield, we have Bruno, Casemiro, Ugarte, we have Mainu, and who's the last one? I think we have 5 midfielders right now.
Yeah, well, you could
Kone.
Yeah, Kone or Collier. You would put in.
And Collier. Yeah, Collier was the guy. So we have 5. We have 5 midfielders. Eriksen's left. But do we need more than 5 midfielders? We only play with 2.
No, we need a better profile of midfielder. In my opinion, if we could get the money out of Al Hilal or Al Nasser, whoever it is, for Casemiro, whatever that may be, and then we could use that money wisely, then I would recommend. Because for me, I'm not really sure that Mainu knows what his best position is right now, and I think that's a problem for Amorim because I don't think he knows. And then you've also got Mason Mount in there as well, haven't you? Which could be maybe an 8, so to speak. I think those 2 are conundrums for Amorim.
Yeah. Do you know this? I see there's a question from Emmanuel Udori comes in and say, what about the guy in Sporting? His name, I think, is Huyens.
The Schulman you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, it's Hjulman.
Yeah,
Morten Hjulman. Yeah, I rate him.
You like him, yeah.
I like him.
Emmanuel Jarvis has done a piece on him, actually. I don't know which show we did it on now, unfortunately, but we did it not a deep dive into him, but we explained. Yeah, you like him, Humans. Yeah, you're a big fan, aren't you?
He has something else, you know. He has something that kind of similar to.
You're not going to get him. You're not going to get him out of Sporting, because Sporting slowly but surely losing their squad. You know, so Quenda's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Gyökeres is going. The centre half is going. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. We won't get him. Sporting can't. They just can't sell all their team. Look what happened to Monaco when they disbanded. You know, Henry and that era, and they're the same since, were they? So I don't think you'll see Humans. We'll just never get him.
But he reminds me a little bit of Sander Berge. He's not as robust, but you know, he likes, he's a fighter, he's tough, and he's really good on the ball. And that's the two attributes I would like to see. You know, as you have to have some fire, and you have to have some technicality and be able to hold on to the ball.
Humans got it. He's got pace. No,
but he's not as robust as Sander Berge. But
no, he's not. But we're not going to get Sander Berge, are we? I mean, that would be the coup of the century for me, pal. Right now, if we
yeah, well, that ship has sailed long.
It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. No. So, you know, the Polinia links have gone quiet as per usual. We thought they would. Because there was probably not a great deal in that. So what do?
Yeah.
You've got to admit that our midfield, I think everybody would admit our midfield isn't the greatest. It's not the most robust at all. I mean, look at Liverpool, absolutely overstacked in their midfield now, aren't they? With their rival.
Yeah. They have so many good midfielders.
I mean, they've got, you know, what's going to happen to Gravenbach? He'll go back. Was he on loan?
No. I think they signed him. They signed him. 35 million or something. Yeah.
Costa, Gravenbach.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but I saw the Scouts guy with the spaghetti hair. What's his name? Noodles. Elliot.
No. Forget him.
They are selling him. They're selling Elliot.
But look at their midfield. It's absolutely shocking, their midfield. It's that good. So, you know, we've got to do something in the middle of the park. I agree.
Yeah. Ateko Baidu Solomon comes in and say the Douglas Luiz Sancho swap makes sense, no matter his injury record. Yeah, you might be right.
I think financially it does. We'd have to end up covering some of Sancho's salary.
Yeah.
But I can see what he's talking about.
Abdullah comes in with some updates from Alfredo Padula. That's when you guys put up the source, I can read them out. So thank you, Abdullah Irvin. It says Manchester United wants to find a new club for Andre Onana and have 40 million euros ready to sign Atalanta goalkeeper Marco Carnesecchi. Contacts took place with Atalanta today, who are asking for more money. Development to follow. It's from Alfredo Padula. And when it comes to Italian sources, I rate Alfredo Padula almost highest, much higher than the other guys, De Marzio and even Fabrizio. I think when it comes to Italian football, Alfredo Padula is the don.
Yep. Rashmano is in, the legend that is. Sancho has asked the industry clubs to make their best offer. It started with the wages he gets at United, just as a negotiation tactic.
Okay, well, that's good news. Let's hope that we can get rid of Sancho. I don't want him anywhere near the club. When we come back to preseason training, I don't want Sancho anywhere near.
Either. Bath time's in. I'm not sure with a 3 centre-back formation you get the best out of a player like Berge. I went to Fulham away last year and he was dropping in to make a back three. Okay, that's an interesting take. I've not really seen that with Sander Berge, but you do see a lot live. Okay. I mentioned Bath time. I mentioned with Cunha. And Cass wasn't 100% sure, but he does come, when you watch him live, he comes from deep a lot. Cunha does. He plays a deep 8 as well as an attacking 10. So, but you see it more live, so that's quite an interesting.
Yeah. Well, I saw Sander Berge live playing for Norway one time, and I was so impressed. I was super impressed. how calm he is. He's so composed on the ball, and he's strong. He's strong like a ball, and he has pace. That's the thing, when he played for I think it was Genk in the Belgium league, he
Well,
was
ago,
clocked
guys.
in as the paciest player in the whole league.
He was
After
Genk, and
preseason
then
result came in on
he was
I
at
think it was
Sheffield United for a while, wasn't
the
he?
40-yard dash.
Ooh.
They clock in. They measure for pace. I think he had the highest. So he's that's why what I like about him. But he struggled a lot in his younger years because of his muscles. He couldn't handle the explosiveness and a lot of pulled hamstrings and stuff like that. So
I agree. Abdullah, thank you for that. And you're welcome. Thank you very much for. Look at this! I just spilled juice all over me. What an absolute clown! What a clown! Dear me. You can't take me anywhere. Luckily, you can't see it, but you can't take me anywhere, can you?
But Stu, going back to the Onana thing, because we were linked to a goalkeeper today, and I will bring it up. Give me 2 seconds. I like to present some pictures and read them out to you because that's how I am. Well, here we go. Just in, Manchester United will look to upgrade. This is old news for you guys, but I read it anyway. Manchester United, they look to upgrade on Onana. Diego Costa is rated highly at Manchester United and is someone they are monitoring. Could move for if the budget allows them to. So it's the Porto player Diogo Costa, Portuguese goalkeeper. We played against them when we played against Porto. We won the game 3-2, or was it 3-3?
Yeah.
3-3. Yeah, and he had a couple of howlers. Remember Rashford scored.
Yeah.
And the source is Anil Kandola, Talk Sports. I don't know how much we can read into this source. It's not a tier one.
He was odds on to go to City, wasn't he?
Yeah, but Ederson.
Correct. All of a sudden,
Ederson is staying.
All of a sudden, that's come out. So we're relinked with Costa. So I think it's a little bit of wishful thinking, that one. Genghis Khan's in the house. Big up to you. Big up Jarvis and Stu, he says. Big up Genghis. Great to see you, mate.
Yeah, big up Genghis.
Yeah.
Genghis Khan.
Now, this is a really interesting question, and the answer to that is both. We're desperate for 9, and we're desperate for an upgrade on Onana. 100% both. And the guys in the chat are right. You're all right. Every single one of you is right. A striker is absolute priority, but we must replace Onana as well. I totally agree. So for me, it's both.
Could we be done after that? After those two?
Say that again. Sorry.
Could we be done? That will be our 2 last signings: a striker and a 40 million goalkeeper.
Yeah, possibly. But Halftime raised an interesting statement about if we're going to get a midfielder in, let's get a left-footed one. And I tend to agree with that. That would make a nice balanced midfielder. He was talking about a guy team missing the final. Says quite a lot about the way that Amorim perhaps sees a guy team. I think he's probably right as well. So we do need 3. We do need a midfielder, a goalkeeper, and a striker. If you had to choose 2, striker, goalkeeper.
Yeah, for me too. I agree. I saw a question here from Genghis coming in and say, any movement on the Jackson deal, Jarvis? Well,
is he on about the world class Jackson? According to
Nicholas Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. So this is the last news, breaking news on Nicholas Jackson. Breaking, he was offered to Arsenal in recent days, but he missed the meeting.
Just like the old open goal.
He missed the meeting.
Poor Nicholas Jackson.
So there's still a chance we can get Nicholas Jackson through the gates of Old Trafford.
Oh, wow. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing?
You can still hope.
The hope is Sir Nicholas of Jackson to come through.
Can you believe all of Old Trafford singing, I'm sorry, Nicholas Jackson? And the other end.
That's what it would be. Yeah. Yes, I think we would be doing that. And it's all started here first, by the way. All started here first, I think.
Yeah.
A question from Broxin. Good question. I think it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, by the way. Question, could Højlund and Xerxes improve with Cunha and Mbeumo here? I think Højlund could. I think Xerxes is still, and I know nobody agrees with me on this, by the way, but I think he'd be a much better 8. He hasn't got the pace to be an 8, by the way. I appreciate that, and he's never going to be a box-to-box. But Amorim's system sometimes relies on 2 8s anyway, as we know, Jarvis. And I do think that he'd be brilliant in there as an 8 for us. I think Mbeumo and, in particular, Cunha will be rubbing their hands together. As for Højlund, a difficult one, really. I think he could improve. There's no 2 ways about it. There's a footballer in there. We just don't seem to. We're just not getting the best out of him.
No, we are not. We are not. Stu, Graham Bailey. We talked about him.
Sorry.
He was to come on the show tonight. We promised you Graham Bailey, but he had some other arrangements, so he will be on next week.
He's got, unfortunately, he's got some personal issues with one of his parents not being too well. So he did apologise profusely, but he said he will try and make it next week. Sorry, we forgot to mention that.
Yeah, he will be on next week, hopefully, and I'm looking forward to it because we talked about Sporting, and he reported something interesting I read the other day, and I was wanting to ask him about this because Chelsea apparently are wanting to build an empire of clubs in Europe.
Yes,
and they are looking at Sporting as one of the projects, and they want to buy Sporting. That's that, and Graham Bailey reported it and made an article on it. And the article states that Chelsea, they have one other club, I can't remember, in France, I believe, and they want a Sporting too. So, and they have great connections with Sporting. That's why they signed, what's his name, Kwanzaa, no, the right wing back.
Oh, yeah. It's Quenda.
Quenda, and they also signed another young wonder boy from Sporting.
Yeah. So Chelsea have got 2 hopes of buying Sporting. There's absolutely no way that would happen. Lisbon, Porto, Benfica, they're the jewels.
You're talking about Tom Bowley. He can do whatever he wants.
I don't think. I agree. I don't think I'll get ratified with the Portuguese government. I cannot see the Portuguese government allowing Sporting Lisbon or Benfica or Porto to be in foreign ownership. I really can't.
The British government allowed Man United to be bought by the Glazers family.
Yeah, but
and Roman Abramovich and Saudi and Qatar and
I don't see it in Portugal. I think the Portuguese government are likely to dig their heels in on that one. I think he's got more chance of getting the French team. Yeah, absolutely. Well, look what he wants to do is buy Lyon because they'll be worth peanuts right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Lyon will be worth absolute peanuts. So go and buy them. Great club.
Well, they just relegated to League.
League. They got.
So that will be 1 year, and then they will be up again.
Due to money.
Yeah. They overspent. That's you gotta be responsible.
That's what the French FA did. So wouldn't it be great if City were relegated to the Championship? Be hilarious, though.
Yeah.
The government did block the Murdoch takeover. That's absolutely right. It was a conflict of interest. Yeah, absolutely. In the UK, so Sky TV.
Yeah. Media mogul.
Media mogul. Yeah, Sky TV bid for Manchester United, accepted £660 million. It was, and it was accepted. But United were all too powerful at the time, and they would have been even more too powerful. With that, boxing straight talk. Yeah, to be fair, that would be ideal. You probably get them for peanuts right now. I just don't. I seriously, I'm I just can't see the Portuguese government allowing Sporting to be owned by, in foreign ownership. They might be able to take a percentage of the club.
They could be they could own like 30%, 40%, something.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
And then see what happens, but I can't see it. It could happen, but I can't see it. I think, can you imagine the uproar of the Sporting fans being owned by Napoli?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they would welcome something like that. But interestingly enough, we can talk to Graham Bailey about this next week.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, I have some updates. There's some updates on Mbeumo. Apparently, this came out from. I just need to update my pictures so I get it right. Brentford has Manchester United have reached a basic agreement to sign Mbeumo from Brentford. Okay, that was yesterday's news.
That was yesterday, wasn't it?
65 million.
Yeah. Genghis says money talks, by the way. He's absolutely right. Money does talk. And yeah, if Bowley puts enough money on the table, it might tempt Sporting. But I think you've got to look at it this way, guys. Would the Spanish government allow Real Madrid to be sold to Saudi Arabia? No chance. And I think Sporting are held in the same esteem in Portugal as that would be my take on it. I could be wrong, but that would be my take on it.
Here we go, Stu. This is the breaking latest news on Mbeumo. It's Alex Crook coming in and Ben Jacobs. So it's a tier 1 journalist reporting this. Bryan Mbeumo medical at Manchester United expected to take place next week. So I think we can just say that it's a done deal then. It's almost here we go.
100% a done deal, but I would like to point out, Jarvis, that it would be very easy for me to write that on my X account. I know it's come from Alex Crook and I know it's come from Ben Jacobs. I get it. It's poor reporting by both of them for what they are. Add some meat to it. Add some meat.
Yeah.
Add some meat. And you would go something like Bryan Mbeumo medical at Manchester United is expected to take place next week. Terms have been agreed on the deal. They're just awaiting lawyers to go over the paperwork, and medical has been penciled in for Wednesday, etc., etc., etc. There you go. That's how you report it. The end. That's what a report is, not that shit. I could do that. Let me just. There you go. Tweet it. It's abysmal. It really is abysmal, and this is why I get so annoyed by journalists on Twitter. You haven't got 128 characters anymore. You can go a little bit. You can embellish the article a little bit, and you can give people a bit more knowledge about it. It's
yeah. And Butinator comes in and say Monday medical signed Tuesday the 1st of July.
Correct.
The beginning of the new financial year. Boom.
And the away kit get to launch. I'm sure it's
the reveal of
Yeah. I'm sure it is.
The Glazers and Ineos will make a meal out of it. They will milk it for whatever it's worth.
They will do, but they will do. I mean, they're not classy. The Glazers, absolutely not. We know they're not classy. Oh, Trevor Wayne's in.
Oh, big up, Trevor.
Yeah, he's not. They're not classy at all. And they will make a meal of it. And Mbeumo knows this. Mbeumo knows that he's been told that he's gonna. We're going to sign you the 1st of July, and you're going to hold the new black shirt up, or you're going to hold the new white shirt up. We all know that. And so, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was done a while ago, and it's just.
I agree. I just want to say the poll we made, Gyökeres, do you still want him? 64% say yes and 35% say no. So that's about 99% of you.
Look, for footballing reasons.
Votes.
Yeah, for footballing reasons, you kind of would want him, wouldn't you? For footballing reasons.
Mm.
But it's another one of those scenarios that only gets played out with Manchester United. It didn't get played out with anyone else.
Mm.
You know, nobody's talking about Bayern Munich being a second-tier team at the moment in Germany. You know, 5 years ago, if Wirtz was on the same market, and Liverpool were chasing Wirtz 5 years ago, it'd have gone to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich were in for him. It'd have gone to Munich. Not now. It doesn't happen. But nobody talks about that in football. There's only one club that fills column inches, and that is the greatest club on the planet, Manchester United. It's the only club that does it.
Apparently, Bayern Munich have signed a striker, the Stuttgart striker.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. But my point being, they would have been first. You know, Wirtz would have gone straight to Bayern because he would have seen it as not the path of least resistance, but definitely a place to go. And they do have big financial issues. You're right, Bath. They do.
Yeah.
The diving header. He knows. Now that's somebody who knows football. Andy Gray, one of the greatest exponents ever of the diving header. He used to do it about 2 foot off the floor as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's Trekker's foot. It's Pettigol reporting this that Bayern Munich and Nick Voldemade has reached a full verbal agreement for a transfer this summer. And, you know, we are not a Bayern channel, but I think it's worth to mention because I rate this guy. He's really good. Cass gave me some credit for spotting him some time ago. And, you know, he's technical. He reminds me of Berbatov, like Berbatov-esque.
Oh, yeah. Why have you got a picture of Rudi Völler, though? He looks like Rudi Völler.
Rudy Völler.
Do you not think he looks like Rudi Völler?
He was didn't he play for Inter or he played in Italy?
I can't remember if Völler played for, but anyway, he's more infamous for having Gob coming out of his ear, isn't he? Frank Rijkaard, in the championships. Yeah, he gobbed his hair, yeah. But that was when perms were in. He just reminds me of Rudi Völler. He is some player. This guy. He is some player. He's a big lad as well, isn't he? He's
Voldemade. I think he's 6 foot 1.5.
He's a very, 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 very good footballer. Very good footballer.
And if you haven't, go check out his compilation. You know,
his dribbling ability is amazing for such a big lad, and he gets across the ground quick as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's in the 99 percentile when it comes to take-ons,
dribblers. But I think either Rudi Völler is his hero, or Rudi Völler is kind of like estranged parent. Because put up a picture of Rudi Völler, Jarvis, because he looks so much similar to him. But he's a very good footballer. Very good footballer, this kid.
Rudi Völler.
You
gotta find a picture of him in his prime.
In his prime, yeah. You gotta have Völler in his prime. Yeah.
Okay, open picture there. Oh, it's too small for you guys to see. How can I do this?
Too small. He wants to get a shirt that fits him, though, doesn't he, that kid?
You
know.
Well, it's the best I can do in short notice, but
there he is. That's Voldemade. What a legend! It's the same. Look, it's the same facial expression, Joe.
Yeah. Is there something hanging in the air? What's this?
You've done the right. Yes. Oh no, it's
right before.
Yeah, Völler. It was Rijkaard that spat at Völler.
Yeah.
Völler spit at Rijkaard first.
No. I think it was Rijkaard all the way.
Rijkaard definitely spit in the back of his head, didn't he? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's a great picture of him. You've done the business.
Yeah, and Jürgen Klinsmann is behind him.
Yeah, Big Jürgen Klinsmann. Yeah.
Legend. Do you remember? I think from the '86, the guy who scored in the final, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, yeah. Very good player. Very
Yeah,
good
really
player.
good.
Really
Lothar
good.
Matthäus. Who else played in that team? Jan
Young
Koller.
Jan Koller would have played. Yeah, was Zammer?
Pierre Litbarski. You remember him?
I think was Zammer in it, or was Zammer too young?
That was before he played at East Germany at that time.
Was Zammer East Germany at that time? Was it?
Yeah, I think he played for East Germany, but when the United German
it was
team
West
came in
Germany, East Germany,
'94,
was
he
it?
played
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah, absolutely. He was.
That was something. That was the
Rummenigge
days.
was some player. Who was in goal? Who was in goal for them?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You have to
I
tell us.
can't.
Who was in goal for Germany in the '96? Is it '96? '86, sorry. '86, yeah. Let us know. Liparski's about 2 foot tall, yeah. He had that weird hairstyle, didn't he? Spiky, sticky up hair, yeah.
Yeah, and he had the same feet as
Anana was in goal.
Isco.
David
You know how Isco runs?
Yeah. Bath time bringing up Hasselhoff. He was massive in Germany, wasn't he? So every comedy film, and there was Germans in there, it was always a picture of Hasselhoff because he had that stupid poxy perm, didn't he?
I loved Baywatch.
Everybody loved Baywatch. Any man worth his salt loved Baywatch, and I'm not having any more of it. If you're a male, Baywatch was like, Baywatch is on. Any man worth his salt.
Baywatch.
Well, it was always called Baywatch, wasn't it? It was never called Baywatch. It was always called Baywatch.
Pamela Anderson and Rikia Eleniak.
Erica Eleniak, yes. And there was a dark-haired girl as well. I can't remember her. I'm saying. Big Rich is in the house. Good to see you, Rich. Thanks for joining, mate. I see you've had a couple of shows again today. Good lad. Keep it going.
Yeah, Rich is really working hard. Big up, Rich.
Big up, Rich. Was it the Red Speedos? They had red shorts, didn't they? Not Speedos, but Yasmin Bleeth. That's it, Trev. I knew you'd know.
Yes,
Yasmin Bleeth. Yeah. I knew he'd know. Yeah, superb.
Are you happy that this guy is staying on for another year? Cristiano Ronaldo signs a new deal at Al Nassr until June 2027, as revealed yesterday. All agreed seems to stay as Cristiano decides to stay leading the project to Al Nassr and Saudi Pro League long-term plan.
Yeah, this has just got the World Cup written all over it. Messi's last World Cup, Ronaldo's last World Cup. That's that, and I've got no issue with it. I've got no problem at all about it. Infantino would be absolutely seething that Ronaldo's not at the Club World Cup. So I think it's a nod, and I think Ronaldo can play in the World Cup next year anyway. He'll be 41 at the time, so he'll finish playing at 42. So I'd imagine that'll be his last contract. But I did read somewhere it was about 180 or 178 million pounds a year, 3.5 million a week. That's hard life if you can get it, isn't it?
Yeah, you know.
So I'm quite pleased. I'm quite good because I think it'd be great to see him in one more World Cup. I'm not really asked about Messi, to be honest. I don't think anybody really cares about Messi anymore. But
it's overprotected in the MLS. I've seen so many clips.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the whole MLS is just gone. It's finished. It was the biggest mistake the MLS allowed was to have Messi there. It hasn't done anything for their stature. It's done nothing for Inter Miami. Whereas Ronaldo's gone in and completely changed the Saudi League. So credit where credit's due to him. He's one of ours, though, isn't he? He's played for us twice. He's one of ours. Still got to love the guy.
Bodo Illgner.
Yeah, 41
Bodo
years.
Bodo Illgner, the goalkeeper.
Oh, well, the keeper, yes.
It's suddenly
come in your brain, did it? Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm still playing Yala and I'm 55, so I don't know if he can, kind of match my prowess, but we'll Be
A
great.
lot of respect for Ronaldo for keeping it going. So
they don't have relegation, no, but they are adding teams to the MLS. So I think you'll find maybe in the next 5 years there will be a relegation system in there. But right now, absolutely not. No.
Let's go to the Goff rumors.
No.
Inter Milan has offered a striker to Man United, and it's none other than the Iranian striker. What's his name? Taremi.
Okay. If they'd offer
Would you take Taremi like for a loan for a season just to have a experienced striker up top?
If they'd offer Lautaro Martinez, then yeah, I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, but he's more of a 10.
He is a 10, yeah, and we're not going to get him anyway. But you know, I like him. No, I wouldn't bother. I think we've just got to. We've got to buy. We have to buy a 9, and we've got to do it this season. I don't know enough about Taremi to even suggest that I would be.
His stats looks great. He scored a hell of a lot of goals when he played for Porto. I don't know how he done it. Inter, but but I think he's old, like 31, so
he's not going
to decline.
Yeah.
I think we've done that.
No, better. Everton is decent. Last time, I agree with that. I don't know whether we'll get him though, pal. I think he'll stay at Everton, but he's decent. Better. But Jarvis wants Nicholas Jackson, and I'm sorry, guys, he is the authority on this channel, and it's Nicholas Jackson or nobody, isn't it, Jarvis?
Yep.
You tell him.
Nobody else then. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Oh dear. We'll put that up for a split second, and then we'll take it off.
Take it down.
It's down before we get taken, before we're cancelled. Very good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if there's anyone else. Not any other news. Yeah, it's this one. It's James Trafford fully agree personal terms with Newcastle. So there's no James Trafford coming to us. But
I don't think we're
happen with Nick Pope now. Will Nick Pope be the second goalkeeper in Newcastle?
He'll be the second. Dubravka will move on.
Well, will Nick Pope accept that, or do you think he will try to look elsewhere?
He was injured for a lot.
End up being linked to Nick Pope?
No, he was injured for a long time last season. Nick Pope. Dubravka came in and did very, very well. That's the reason he went back, if you remember, from his loan with us. But he didn't cover himself in glory the 2 games that he played with us. He played very well. Dubravka did for.
But he was England's number 1.
Pope was, and I think he when a World Cup year he's got to move if he doesn't play. But I think Trafford will start in front of Pope. Great keeper though. We know he's a good keeper.
Yes. His record at Burnley this season, I don't know how many clean sheets, but we're talking about 20 to 25 clean sheets, maybe more.
Yeah, it's tremendous. So, yeah, it'll be interesting, that one.
It will be really interesting. So, the last, I have this one. It's worth mentioning. Alex Tuanzebe, great centre-back, injury prone. Well,
he's back in the Premier League.
I rate him. Undergoing medical at Burnley ahead of a proposed move to Turf Moor as a free agent. He's become 27 now, a defender, out of contract at Ipswich Town. And
he played a lot last year for Ipswich.
Yeah.
It's a good move for him.
He seems like he's got a hold of his injuries, and
good move for him. I like him.
Yeah.
I wish him well at Burnley. I think Burnley is a good club for him. Hannibal's there as well, isn't he? So it's a good club for him.
Yale comes in with an interesting one. Do we have a selling clause on Tuanzebe? Well, he's a free agent, so
it's a free agent. So he's not out of contract.
Well, Tuanzebe, I wish him luck. Best of luck in Burnley.
Yeah, I think it's a great move for him, Jarvis. It's a good move for Ipswich because he played regular football.
But talking about sell-on clause, as Jarle mentioned, this one, Newcastle have named a budget for Anthony Elanga's signing. I think we're talking about 60 million.
Newcastle only want to pay 50.
So that's their limit.
Forest wants 60 or 70 for him. Newcastle want to pay 50. I think they'll pay 55. That's how much he'll go for.
Yeah.
He's definitely not worth 70 million, Elanga. No chance. But we get 25% sell on, don't we, with him? So we want.
We don't know. We don't know. It's undisclosed.
But we get a sell on clause from him, don't we?
Yes.
So
going on the rates of Hannibal and all the other guys that left that season, we're talking about from 20 to 30% sell on clauses.
Yala's right. It's almost 15 for us. It's be a fucking brilliant deal for us if we could get it. It's the same when Fernandes goes from Benfica to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
A nice chunk out of that, won't we? Get a good chunk here. It's brilliant. I hope he does go. But I think he deserves it. But I'd be a bit worried about where he'd fit in there because they've got Harvey Barnes. They've got what's his name? The blonde lad from Everton.
Everton. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean, don't you? About him. So, they've got, but Elanga's had a brilliant season, stellar season for him. It's a very stellar season. So it'd be great for us. I think he'll want to go to Newcastle, by the way. I think Elanga will want the deal. It could be really, really interesting. Really interesting.
I think it fits into Newcastle's robust system at the house.
I think he'll want to go to Newcastle. I think he'll be knocking on Forest door, said, I want to go. It's like Gibbs White. I'm amazed he hasn't ended up at. He hasn't signed for City yet, has he, Gibbs White? I haven't missed that, have I?
No, I don't think you have signed yet. So, here we go.
Gibbs White, I think it would be, Gibbs White's going to want to go, aren't they? Or Hudson-Odoi. Forest are bound to have some kind of issue PSR-wise as well. Be a good deal for them. Be great for Elanga. I'd love to see Elanga go.
Yeah, and he will reunite with Isaac, both his fellow Swede. Bad times. Do you remember when we turned down around 50 million for Lingard from Newcastle?
He had 6 months left on his deal, and he said no. Yeah,
that was a masterclass.
Stupid. Yeah, stupid. A masterclass of being an idiot.
Jale comes in and say Elanga will make Newcastle lethal. We just rejected Forest, so we could be in a massive trouble next season. Yeah, it could be.
It's a lot. I think it's a massively interesting. I mean, he's played himself into a 50, 60, 70 million pound footballer. Fair play to the kid.
But I always said he had the talent, Remember?
He showed it, his power and his pace for Forest. Yeah. Just go ahead and do it. But I do. You spoke about Elanga a lot when he was at United.
I said he was after our wingers, the guy with the highest ceiling.
Yeah,
it was quite controversial, like 3 years ago.
Well, you know what it is, and don't you? You know exactly, what you're looking for in a football.
I get lucky sometimes. Anthony Gordon will probably go to Liverpool and Elanga to Newcastle.
Yeah, so I think I can see Gordon moving.
Yeah. Big up, we are United. A new name I haven't seen before. Big up, big up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and put on a notification, and we will go live next time on Sunday. And a story comes in and say Gyökeres is still better than Elanga and Isaac for Sweden. Okay.
He's a good player though, isn't he, Gyökeres? He's proven to be a good player, but we just have to see. I believe they do Genghis. I think there is issues at Forest. I think it's historical issues. Probably similar when Leicester were dicking about with PSR as well. So I think they've got to balance. Villa definitely have got to balance the books. 100% Villa have got to.
And the latest is this one. No one has mentioned this, but there were some rumors from some Portuguese sources. What's the name of the source again? Portugal's, the one that we have been talking about. So may join soon. And it's Ruben Amorim about to add a key man from Portugal to Man United's structure. Man United under manager Ruben Amorim is enhancing its structure by negotiating with Acacio Valentim.
Team, formerly of
Valentim.
FC Braga, for a new team operations director.
Mm, mm.
Okay.
Well, I checked out what he'd done.
Yeah,
He worked a lot of times, a lot of years in Porto. He worked under Amorim in Braga as his team manager or something, like the guy
okay.
who Amorim
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
to. So they have a tight relationship, and well, if Amorim wants him, I say, why not? Why not?
Yeah,
And
great. I
apparently
mean,
he's released from Braga this June, so
so he's a
he's
free
open
agent.
for business.
So Johnny Evans has gone in as a loan manager, which I think is a brilliant move for him. So he's going to see loans for younger players, make sure they're looked after and that. So I think that's a really good idea. So maybe Amorim needs that body between the players and him that he hasn't had. Maybe he needs this guy in. So I'm up for that.
Yeah. Bath Times as transfer news now involves adding a new layer of middle managers. Lol. Well, I'm just mentioning this because I like the idea. I like that Amorim gets his men in, and if it's 100% Amorim who recommended this guy, and and the club is backing him. That's just what I want
Yeah,
to see. The club
no,
backing
that's good.
Amorim because
That's what we want, old friend.
yes. Well, that's the end of the current transfer news. The Thursday show is coming to an end. It's been a great show, Stu, and all
I've loved
the
it. It's absolutely flown by again tonight, hasn't it? But I've absolutely loved it. We've had loads of people watching. It's 328 at the moment.
Mhm, mhm.
If you could get us to 100 likes, that'd be absolutely brilliant. Thank you all so much for the super chats, the stickers, and for the memberships. Absolutely brilliant. Great to see Trev back. Rinson as always. Yarlamami, Wizard, Genghis, Bath Time. You're all here. Rushmano, Mr. B, Boxing Straight Talk. You've all been in. Barman,
and the legends
Gracie,
gifting new super chats.
Gracie. Yeah,
Gavin
absolutely.
Underwood, 5 memberships. I am Titanium coming in. The £1, £1 super chat.
Okay.
Thank you all for supporting the
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah, we can't thank
Uh,
you enough. Really, it's
no, we can't.
absolutely brilliant, and we've come a long way. In a very very short space of time. We're not even 12 months old. This channel, and it really is absolutely great to see you. We are going to be back Sunday. Time will tell between now and Sunday what we talk about. But we are still planning, by the way, to break down a particular old game from the 60s or the 70s for you guys. Me and Jarvis just haven't decided which one we want to do yet. And we've got to be able to get enough images for us to be able to actually break them down and do that. But we are wanting to do that for sure. So Trev, brilliant. Mr. B, that's very, very kind. Put Mr. B's, there you go. Thank you so much. That's really, really great. So look, if things happen between now and Sunday, we've got to jump on, apart from Saturday night because I'm out on the lash. Then we could, but if not, then we'll certainly we'll be back Sunday.
Would you send us some live footage?
I will send you some live footage
Saturday
of me giving it the big one on the dance floor. You just watch. I'll get the old snake hips going.
How many pints before you go on the dance floor?
Oh, I can't fucking dance. So yeah, it's got to be a good 6 or 7 Guinness. I'm a Guinness. I love my Guinness. It's got to be 6 or 7 Guinness at least. Although it's a bit too hot for Guinness at the minute. It's quite heavy, so I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing. But it's the football. It's the
We're no bites. Isn't that the kids nowadays?
Yes. Well, I don't alcohol pop or whatever they call it. I don't really like lager, so I do like Guinness, but it's a bit warm. Guinness can be really heavy when it's warm, but in my youth, I'd drink Guinness all night, no problem, no messing around. But now it's really heavy. As I get older, it's got heavier. So, but I'm really looking forward to it because we're going out for something to eat, and then we're
Well, what's the Mexican beer like Sol and Corona?
Yes, you've got
yeah.
Sol, got Corona. I like Corona. Corona's okay, but again, I can only take that, too much in moderation. So, Murphy's. Yeah, do you know what? I haven't seen Murphy's for years. Absolutely years. I do like Smith's boxing. Love Smith's. John Smith's. John Smith's. There used to be some adverts. I think Peter Kay used to do it. Anyway, he used to. He did a football one once, and he was doing keepy uppies with his friends, and it came to him, and he just smashed it as hard as he could, and he said, "Have it." That was his John Smith. Yeah, he was trying to get rid of his mum to an old people's home at 55 because he wanted to put a snooker room in the bedroom. Stuff like that. So some brilliant adverts. So I might give. I used to drink Beamish, Trev, but we don't really see Beamish over here anymore, and you don't necessarily see Murphy's over here anymore. Really, not all pubs do it for some reason. So Guinness seems to be the one. So
should we put in a disclaimer like saying, kids don't drink and adults drink with moderation.
Kids don't drink, adults drink in moderation, or till you get pissed. One of the two.
And then you walk home with the kebab in your hand.
Oh God, nice. I'm not really a kebab fan. I'm going to disappoint everyone now. I don't really like kebabs. I do like chicken and chips as you wander home. Yeah, like chicken and chips. But I dance very, very badly. Very badly. I'm known to embarrass the odd one or two. Trev, I will be. I don't know whereabouts in the Emerald you are, but I do come over to Dublin at least once or twice a year for business. So if you're Dublin way or close to that, then let me know. Mark Langridge is in the house.
Hey, Mark. Coming in late. Mark, you're always welcome to the Tactical Devils.
He's just gone in from pre-season. He knows what it's like. So, but yeah, we're back Sunday, Mark. If you're around and you want to hop on, mate, you're more than welcome, pal. You did go down quite well. The Devilish Tacticos liked you. Yeah, I don't know why I said liked you like that, as if they weren't going to like him. But chips, cheese, and garlic sauce. Garlic sauce. Anyway, Mark, you are welcome. So. Yeah, so we're doing that Saturday night. So I might, if depending on how bad I am and how bad I look, I might send. I'll show a little video.
Dude, don't drunk call me like 3 a.m.
Trev only gets the drunk call. He knows that. Trev gets the call. He knows. Don't, because you'll upset.
Oh, you can always call me. Whenever you want to speak, talk. So that's okay.
Look at that. From Roy Keane country. So just trying to think where Keane was from now. Was he he wasn't Limerick or anywhere like that. Was he Limerick? Oh, he's going to shout at me now, Travis. You should know where Roy Keane's from. That is very true.
Cork, yes.
Cork. Hey, Vicky knows. Yeah, Cork.
Everybody knows.
Well, except us. Who said Limerick? Vicky, shh. Darling, keep that quiet. Bloody hell. You're going to get me in trouble, Vic. Come on. And you're going to get Trevor upset as well. Crikey. Trevor's not going to speak to me again. Crikey,
he's calling 3 a.m. Yeah, the Man United signing rares.
Yes. Mark's coming in and says, glad somebody likes him. Just put his under 18s through Holland fitness test. Absolutely. So I know I failed, Trev. I'm sorry. I apologise. We had our first pre-season at the weekend, Mark, and I was dying a slow death Sunday evening, wasn't I? So,
yeah, but it felt good, didn't it?
It felt good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it was really, really
back
good.
Into the ring. It's always
So I played a couple of times since, and I'm still aching a bit. These old bones.
The worst is not the first training; it's the second
and third. They're terrible.
Second and third, because in the first you have a little bit extra, and
yeah.
Well,
so Kevin's in. County Cork, yeah.
Cork.
Jarvis, it sounds like you know the drunk call all too well. Oh God, here we go. What team did Cork City? I'm going for. Was it Cork City?
I would know.
I'm going to go with Cork City. It probably isn't, but I'm going to go with Cork City. I try boxing when we're in pre-season at the minute, but when we because we play against a load of ex-pros and semi-pros in the Worcester Prem, which is great fun. But they're still, they're not as quick as they used to be. But fuck me, they're on point with everything they do. Their passing, their movement, their strength, their accuracy. It's a nightmare, but it's great fun. It really is great fun.
Mm-hmm.
Something rambling.
There's something about Justin Man United want to find a club to sell Andrew Onana to and have 34 million pound ready to sign Atalanta goalkeeper. Yeah, we talked about this. We read it out. So the Atalanta. Maybe we should go through that Italian goalkeeper on Sunday and check him out if there's more rumors and this gets traction.
Yeah, we might be able to do something like that. I'm ashamed to say, Vic, that I do have Roy Keane's book. And I haven't read it. That is very, very true. I'm ashamed to say it, but I do.
Nice.
Trev is absolutely correct. I paint with numbers and I read with pictures. He's absolutely right. And apparently the Vitonator says we're just at 1.13 subs. Thank you all so much for that. That's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you, the Routinator, keeping count. You are a legend. I just want to say we have been retweeted twice.
Right. Cork City. I did get something right.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. It's Ruben, Jorge Ferreira, and Transfers MUFC have retweeted on X. We have 5 likes. It's from Shaka Zulu, Hassan Muhammad, Muhammad Omar Gunabri, and Transfers MUFC. So
thank you all.
Thank you everybody for helping us out and spread the good word out on X.
Yes, please do that. Yeah, obviously our Twitch mate's not been in tonight, which is not good enough, really. Maybe we're not Twitch legends anymore, but I thought we were. We should be Twitch legends. I thought we were Twitch legends.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time. 1 hour, 56 minutes. It's been a great show. Another good show. Thank you to the Devilish Tactico. Thank you to Trevor, Kevin Donovan, Boxing Straight Talk, Whitbird, Wiki, Fred the Red. Who else is here? Yeah, I gotta scroll up. And yeah, you know who you are. Yalim Almin, Madhouse, Wizard, Genghis, Bat Time, all of you legends. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back Sunday night, 9 p.m. as usual, and more transfer updates. Thank you, Stu, and thank you all.
Thank you, guys.
If you haven't, now is the time. Smash the like before you go, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I would say, as I say as always, good night.
See you guys.
See you.